Yeah, it's funny. You don't change who you are at this point unless you're Tyson Fury, who kind of changed everything about his style and employed it against Deontay Wilder in their rematch. But you make a good point about the right hand. No matter what we say now, ding, ding, round one, Deontay Wilder's in the ring. You are always on the edge of your seat because all he has to do is hit you one time right with the right hand, and he can turn out the lights. It would be a shame if we don't get Joshua and Fury next. But there are lots of shames in boxing.
Wow, Max. I'm sitting up here thinking you know boxing. I'm sitting up here thinking you understand boxing. But clearly I was wrong. Clearly I was wrong. Only one person you know can change up their style. We're going to talk about that. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Var. Man, welcome to Var's World Boxing, man, where we get to talk about the beautiful sport in which you can inflict harmful, violent acts to someone and get paid for it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that anytime I do post a video, you can come on in and have a conversation with a brother. You know, do the hating in the comments, do whatever you need to do, but at least we're gonna have a conversation, right? Okay, so let's get into this, right? Max Kellerman was basically asked Mark Kriegel during that interview, asked him, do you think that, you know, you can change an old dog and teach him new tricks and things like that? Basically, do you think Deontay Wilder can change up his style in order to beat Tyson Fury? And so that's what was the response basically after Mark Kriegel said his thing. But shout out to Mark Kriegel during that interview. It didn't seem like he was being as biased as I usually hear him. You know, everyone sees that the media is against Deontay Wilder ever since he won this arbitration. You can see it. All right, you can go all over YouTube. You got everybody talking about it. Okay, all the top YouTubers. You got the LDBC. You know, the new meteors and all that. You can hear it. You can just hear it. All right? I'm just here doing my own little take on why I feel like what they were just saying here in the interview, that you can't teach someone new tricks, is BS. All right, so they're saying this against Tyson Fury. I'm sorry, they're saying the only person that apparently can do this is Tyson Fury, right? But they're not talking about how Jarrett Hurd, you know, came out in his last fight with a switch style. He was tired of blocking punches with his head. All right, they didn't talk about that. They didn't talk about how Turagati went to a different trainer and then started to learn how to box a little bit better. All right, so he wouldn't get, he would stop blocking punches with his head, right? There's people that's out there that change their style up in order to, you know, make them a better fighter. This, you know, this little tweaks that help them in their future fights. Even Canelo himself did a little bit of tweaking. It's either that or he just learned how to maximize his strength. You understand what I'm saying? So these are things that can happen throughout your career in boxing. So yeah, absolutely, you can change. You can just tweak up things. All right, you can see in the training clips that's been going around on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and things like that of Deontay Wilder, you know, slipping the jabs, being able to close the distance from the inside. And that's one of the things that was special about Deontay Wilder in the first place. People say, oh, he can't box, he can't do this, he can't do that. Everyone knew that the right hand was coming, but it was never able to stop it, right? The reasons why is because he's deceptively fast. I've always known he was fast. I personally think he's faster than Tyson Fury. It is what it is. I think his feet are faster, and I think his jab is faster. I just think that Tyson Fury knows how to do the flick jab pretty well. But again, Tyson Fury utilizes techniques, you know, boxing techniques based off of experience and things like that. Deontay Wilder has raw talent. He has raw power. The man started out at an older age, so he had to kind of learn on the go, and he has more room for growth. And this is why I feel like in his next fight, Tyson Fury really needs to look out. You understand what I'm saying? But again, the attack on Deontay Wilder has never ended. All All right, they were saying how wild of a puncher he was. He does this, he does that, but it takes a very, very smart man and an athletic man to realize that, okay, if everyone's looking out for the right hand, they know the right hand. Let's figure out all different types of ways to set up the right hand. This man closes the distance on you from 6 feet to less than in less than an inch in a very quick time. All right, that's a tribute to his footwork. You understand what I'm saying? He closes the distance really quick. That's what he did to Dominic Brazil. All right, that's what he did to Tyson Fury the first fight. And people are just forgetting. Yeah, it's the one punch, but the man knows how to set it up many different ways. He has an underrated jab. So for Matt Kellerman to say things like this, it's just a little irresponsible. It just shows that they're really trying to push, they're trying to push Deontay Wilder away from Tyson Fury for this trilogy fight. All right, you can go and touch down on other channels. You got Ego, you got boxing conversations, barbershop conversations. You got all of the LDBC guys that are talking about this stuff. They've been very accurate during this whole arbitration situation. I've heard a lot of other YouTube channels that haven't been very accurate with it. All right, so I would go over there and listen to what they're saying. Okay, if you want to listen to like the technicalities and things, you come here. You understand, as far as the boxing and the boxing knowledge and what fighters would do. I'm a fighter. I've trained. I've sparred many people. I have experience and I have a good boxing brain. So if you look at my old videos, I predicted that I predicted the Teofimo and Lomachenko fight basically down to the T. You understand what I'm saying? So you can go and check that out, man. I know my ish. Now, I believe Deontay Wilder can win this fight. I think he sharpened up his tools, and I think that the boxing world sees that, and that can kind of spoil. This can kind of spoil that dessert that they've been looking for the UK, as far as the unified or the undisputed championship in the UK between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I think that they really wanted that so bad that they want Deontay Wilder to just step aside. Not happening, guys. Not happening. This dude is coming for blood. All right. And when has it been cool to just skip out on your revenge? What? Man, you're crazy. People, you spend more energy trying to promote the revenge fight for Deontay Wilder than trying to get away from it. These two have way more history. Why not promote this fight to be bigger than what you guys are trying to make it out to not be? You understand? But at the end of the day, man, that's my take on it, man. I don't want to beat on the dead horse or whatever. You know what it is already. It's your boy Varvar. Welcome to Varvar's Boxing. Varvar's World Boxing, that is. We out here trying to do the right things for boxing, okay? Hit the like, and subscribe. We out of here.